Welcome to How to Cook That. I'm Reardon and today we're making a luscious cherry pie or tart with a crispy base, a creamy vanilla filling topped with glazed fresh cherries. Cherries are one of my favourite fruits and I love having them fresh rather than canned or cooked. And to make the pastry we need flour, almond meal, 1 egg, icing sugar or powdered sugar, butter and some lime or lemon zest. You can find all of the ingredient quantities on the howtocookthat.net website and I'll put a link to that in the description below. Put the zest and the butter and the sugar into a bowl and then use electric mixers to mix that up until it's nice and creamy. If your butter is room temperature to start with, this will be much quicker. Once it's creamy, add in your egg and mix that through thoroughly until it's all combined. Then add the almond meal. Now almond meal is just blanched almonds that have been ground up or peeled almonds that have been ground. I think some places it's called almond flour or powdered almonds. Just check the ingredients. If it's just almond, it's the right thing. And then lastly, add your flour and mix that together on low speed until it just starts to clump together. You don't want to over mix it once you've added your flour. Place that dough between 2 sheets of plastic wrap and roll it out. And you want to keep rolling it out until it's the shape of your pie tin. Gently place your tin on top and check that you have extra pastry on each side so that it can go up the sides of the tin. Peel the plastic wrap off the top, then pick up the pastry and flip it over onto the tin. Just lift up your sides and then just push them right into the corners. We want it all the way down to the base along each edge and you don't want any air bubbles trapped underneath. Once you're happy with it, peel off the other sheet of plastic wrap and the plastic just makes it easier to move the pastry without ripping it, stretching it or breaking it. Use a knife to trim off the extra pastry from all the way around the top edge so that it's nice and neat. And then cut a piece of non-stick baking paper, just the right size to fit inside your pastry shell, and then pull it out again and use scissors just to make little cuts all the way across the bottom. And the reason I'm doing this is it just gives some space for the steam to escape as it's baking. Put it back into the tin and then add your baking weights. Now if you don't have these, you can use dried beans or rice and it just weights down the pastry as it bakes so that it stays flat. If you don't add this, you'll end up with a big sort of domed pastry shape in the middle. Then bake that in the oven at 180°C or 350°F until it's golden all the way around the edges, just like this. Remove the baking weights, being really careful not to touch them because they are hot, and place them in a bowl and then put the tin back in the oven just for a few more minutes so that the base can go golden too. So it looks like this. And then we just want to let that cool. Wash your cherries and take out the pips. Now you can do that by cutting them in half and pulling out the pip, or if you want your cherries whole on top like I did, then you can use a cool gadget called a cherry pitter. And you just put the cherry in place and squeeze it and out comes the pip. Now you always ask me where I get this stuff from. If I can find a link, I'll add it below. Otherwise just Google OXO cherry pitter and I'm sure you'll find it. Whichever way you do it, pitting cherries is messy, so you might want to put some plastic wrap on your counter to make it quicker to clean up the mess afterwards. For the filling, put the cream cheese and sugar into a bowl and beat it on high speed until it's smooth. Now this is easiest if you have your cream cheese at room temperature as well, so it's a little bit softer. Add the vanilla and a little of the cream and beat it again. Now this filling doesn't taste strongly of cream cheese like a cream cheese frosting does, for example. So if you have someone who doesn't like that strong flavour, they'll probably be all right with this. It's more creamy and vanilla-y. Add the rest of that cream and beat it up until it looks beautiful and fluffy like this. Place your pie tin onto a cup and gently pull down the sides, just wriggling it, making sure it's balanced there, and pull down the base. And then you've got your pastry shell there, just slide it onto a serving platter. Add generous amounts of that creamy vanilla filling to the center and spread it out all the way to the edges and right into the corners, and then smooth off the top to level it. Add your cherries in rows to the top of the pie, and then decide if you want a generous second row of cherries on top. Take some seedless red jam and heat that in the microwave until it's runny. Then use your pastry brush to brush the tops of the cherries, and this just gives them a nice shine and holds them in place. If you can't find seedless jam, just take raspberry jam and put it through a fine sieve to get rid of any of those seeds. Such a beautiful pie, and it tastes as good as it looks. If you wish you were eating it with us, click the thumbs up and share the video. Subscribe to How to Cook That for more cakes, chocolates and desserts. Click here to go to the website to get the recipe, here for the list of all my dessert videos on YouTube, and here for the How to Cook That YouTube channel. Have a great week, and I'll see you all on Friday.